All right, 45 Colt from the Governor versus 45 ACP from the Glock. You got Glock versus Governor. And what I have here, standard pressure, 45 Colt. It is loaded really warm versus a plus P 45 ACP. Now, both of these are 200 grains. The 45 Colt is rated at 1,100 feet per second. The 45 ACP plus P rated at 1050 feet per second. However, shorter barrel on the Governor, so we're probably pretty similar in what we'll get for velocity. Now, it happens to be that it looks like Buffalo Bore loaded the 45 Colt with a gold dot bullet and the 45 ACP with an XTP. You know, with Buffalo Bore, you never know. They just kind of list jacketed hollow point. They don't really tell you the way the Underwood does, but you know, basically because these are both 200 grains, I figured it'd be a really good comparison. And I didn't know, you know, before I received the product that that's what it was. But it should still be an interesting, fun test to kind of see what we get between 45 ACP plus P versus a very, very warmly loaded 45 Colt. So we're going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy we get at the same time. Then I'm going to do my 10% clear ballistic test. We have 4 layers of denim, followed by 3 inches of clear ballistics to represent hitting a pectoral muscle, followed by a 1/4 inch MDF to represent hitting ribs of sternum, and into more clear ballistics. We'll do a shot with the MDF to represent a chest shot, and we'll do a shot without it to represent our average tissue, just our gut shot. And then I'm going to shoot from about 25 yards just to kind of see what kind of overall practical accuracy we can get with these rounds. So let's get started with this test. All right, first up we have our 45 ACP plus P, 200 grain, rated at 1,050 feet per second. We'll see how close we get to 1,050 feet per second through our 5.3 inch Glock 41. 1086. 1118. 1096. 1099. 1101. So above rate of velocity. Really good performing round. Let's see how our 45 Colt does. All right, 45 Colt rated at 1,100 feet per second. I don't think I'm going to get that, but we'll see how close we get to 1,100 feet per second through our 2.75 inch Governor. I don't know if that was a read. Let me try some more. 989. No read. No read. See, this is a phenomenon I have a little bit when I have some rounds that are probably putting a lot of powder out the muzzle, and it's kind of obstructing my chronograph sensors. I'll back it up a couple more yards. That should help. All right, about 8 yards from the chronograph, I'll go single action just to make sure I get some accurate shots. Let's see what we can get with our 45 Colt here. 934. 987, I believe. No read. No read. 970. No read. So these are kind of pulling for me a little bit because I'm aiming pretty much centered. But we got an overall average velocity, so it's not too bad. Certainly well below rated velocity, but you know, short barrel. And with our Glock, above rated velocity. However, you know, gold dot bullets seem to expand better at low velocity, so it might even out. Let's see what we get in our ballistics gel. All right, first up we have our 45 ACP plus P. We got our 4 layers of denim, 3 inches clear ballistics, a 1/4 inch MDF, and more clear ballistics. Let's see how our 45 ACP does. All right, I made a shot. It appears that I might have hit the metal wire that I used to hold up my denim. So I'm gonna make another shot through our 4 layers of denim, 3 inches of clear ballistics, a 1/4 inch MDF, and more clear ballistics. All right. And that's more what we're talking about. What happened before was I hit a metal wire. I didn't realize it. You know, what we got through the MDF is pretty similar here. However, I believe our first shot was this, and it looks a little funny. Our next shot is a little bit more rounded. So what we're getting here is, it looks like we got moderate expansion. We got about 14.5-inch overall damage path, which isn't too bad. Let's try it without the MDF and see how it compares. All right, no MDF, just our gut shot. Let's see how our 45 does. All right, so instead of that damage path of about, what did I say, 14.5, we have about 16.5. That's our classic 2-inch difference, which probably means that the bullets expanded the same, a moderate expansion. So pretty predictable round, pretty good overall, because we're not getting over penetration. You know, 16.5 is pretty much perfect for self-defense. Let's see how our 45 Colt does. All right, 45 Colt through our MDF. Let's see how this will do in comparison to that 45 ACP. All right. So I kind of feel like this is a really fair comparison, because the gold dots do tend to expand better at lower velocity. And I think Buffalo Board knew that. That's why they used their XTP for such a fast 45 auto, and maybe this for the 45 Colt. So for MDF here, yeah, it does appear we got expansion in that first 3 inches. Our total damage path goes to about 14 even, which is really, really nice. It's pretty close to that 45. Let's see how it does without the MDF. All right, no MDF, just our gut shot. Let's see how our 45 Colt does like this. All right. And that's interesting, because we actually got less expansion, which isn't typical. So my only thought on that is possibly, you know, our MDF shot did not expand as much as our straight clear ballistics. But in straight clear ballistics, what we're looking at is 13 inches even. We're within that, you know, protocol of having good enough penetration, and we can definitely see some classic gold dot flowering going on. So overall, you know, skeptical of how Buffalo Board loaded these, but now looking at this, you know, that power level might have overexpanded those 45s. They really know what they're doing when they use particular bullets most of the time. So that's really good. Let's see from that 25 yards, see what kind of overall practical accuracy we can get. All right, 25 yards from the target. First up, we have our 45 ACP. Let's see how this will do. Interesting. A little bit of a malfunction in this, which I normally don't get. That probably truly is classic limp wristing, because this is our stock setup. I was kind of pulling those, just trying to get a quick sight picture. So not overall the best. Let's see how our 45 Colt compares out of our Governor here at an extra round. I can't seem to find it. There it is. See what we got one-handed. Oh, I pulled that. I knew I would. I think it's shooting a little bit high. So I'm going to aim at the base of that target. See if it helps. You know, for me, that's not typical to miss that easily. So this round is a little bit questionable as far as our point of impact. We saw that on the paper, even at like 8 yards. It's way high, way to the left. But, you know, I am using kind of not a very typical gun. But overall, it still did pretty well. I just would not say it's a very good overall duty round or personal protection round in combination with this gun, just because, you know, you're limited on your distance. You know, you know, room distances, house distance, that's fine, but not going to have a very good, you know, distance accuracy. So overall, though, I am surprised. Buffalo Bore really does know what they're doing by loading particular bullets into particular cartridges the way they do. I can definitely see this. So that's what you get today. 45 Colt to the Governor versus our 45 ACP in the Glock. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.